The question is how many young people, whether educated or uneducated, married or unmarried, there are very few those who do have land that they actually own in their names. So what do I mean here? When the consultant says, I actually also do coordinate a network of an informal loose coalition of very young rural-based women that I tend to mentor at my farm. But when you interact with them, you realize that the biggest challenge, the will is there. I mean, they're willing to learn, to do something, but the resources to get them to start. The fact that they don't own land, they may be farming on their parents' land, makes it really very difficult for them to have control over decisions that are happening around maybe the plantations, or even decisions of saying, okay, maybe I can approach my parents to give me land and do some bit of mostly coffee farming, which is a very long-term project. And there's also something that I noticed, there's a strong sense of skepticism, mostly among young women, over making such long-term decisions involving a project like coffee. Why? It requires patience, it requires love. I personally am an educated person, but when you go on my social media, it's purely farming. Actually, there are so many, there's a group of educated young women that I'm giving inspiration over farming to believe in it. Why? The passion is there. But where did I get this inspiration first of all? I used to work with so many groups of rural people who never went to school, but were deriving, not even people, let me say women, that were driving cars every morning to go to the coffee farm. As educated, I didn't even have a car. You go into someone whose home they're having 100 bags of coffee, 100 million shillings every morning from home to garden. I was like, where is the missing point? I think maybe there's something I am losing out here. So I had to put my books aside and I started hustling like a real hustler. And I'm beginning to see, fruits of my sweat. And it's not only impacting me, I'm actually now looking at a direction where I want to work with as so many younger people. Because if you reach out to me and ask me, so where can I put I'll just tell you, go and buy land. First of all, I tell you, go and buy land. Because I know there's nothing much you can do or decide over if you do not have means of production. And if you're lucky enough, and maybe you're in employment like I am, it helps you to finance the farming, ventures. Because financing is very difficult. It's a reality. Getting a loan, long term, especially long term, it's not very easy. You need to be very well connected, very well associated. You need to find ways of financing, and that is where most people fail. Access, finance, and maybe land. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.